Welcome back to the Charles Owen experience, mate.
Bro, yeah, sick.
All good?
Good to be back. God, it's been so
New haircut?
long. New hair, new me.
Man, you look good. That is a fresh haircut if I've seen. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Nah, sorry. Nah, you're looking good.
Thanks.
Looking good.
Yeah, looking fresh. Check this out. Nice socks.
That's good, man.
Nike now
Into the mic.
Nike
boss.
now sponsoring us. Power episode.
Thanks, Nike. Guys, shout out Nike. If you go to Nike website, any of their products will be 75% off. Use the code at the end, Charles Owen Experience, for 70% off. Anything. Basically anything on the internet.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what we would say anyway. Something like that.
Guys,
If they shouted us again.
Guys, remember, like, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, do all that. Get some questions back into the YouTube. Owen is back. Upon many requests.
Yeah, many requests.
Good to have you back, brother. How high are you right now on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
7. It's got to be 6.
Well, I'd say before I left the house, I was on an 8, and then I cycled.
Okay.
The cycling is sobering.
Yeah.
You've got to concentrate on that.
That's 6.
But yeah, pretty used to it at this stage. It's quite relaxing.
Nice.
In some ways. Love it. You?
0 right now.
So, yeah,
0 right
nice. Zen. Yeah.
So you got some matches coming up this weekend, boss?
Yeah, it's
How you feel
Polaris
about
weekend. It's going to be a great
I can't wait to get up there with you.
event. I'm going to go today.
Doncaster.
Got my train at 7:48. I'm going
Better
to
get there
join
quick, mate.
Join the Big Brother house. Yeah, it's 7:47 right now, so it's gonna be tough to make that. But yeah, Doncaster, the Donny Dome. I'm sure it'll be packed to the brim. But yeah, there's some good matches. Young OJ had to pull out because of an infection in his leg of sorts. Terrible. He did have something on his leg earlier in the week, but he seemed to be recovering, but then it got worse. So fuck knows, basically. But he's replaced by Pavel Jaworski, who is also a problem, I would say, because he's
very good
on a roll, very hard to pass, flexible legs,
likes a leg lock. That
great attacks. The only thing, I mean, Faris obviously timed all his escapes well, but he had the Sampelli on his side. The Faris's shaved legs that just slide out.
Very slippery.
But not many people have those kind of legs. So he's a great addition to the team. Welcome. Although, yeah. Nonetheless, also he's blonde as well, and so is Owen, so it's kind of like a per, it's a like for like, and also, what's his name?
Sharp Polish people, man.
Yeah. And I think Pavel's a bit taller than him, to be fair. But yeah, anyway, great.
How's the week been, mate? What have you been doing to prepare? Let me finish. What have you been doing to prepare for the competition this week?
This week, well, less than usual. I've just been training once a day instead of the 2.
Versus the 2, yeah. Okay.
In the evening now, I tend to just do one of the halves. I'll do the last one because it's emptier mats. Rather than the pack mat in the first class. Good 45 minutes of sparring, light, and then that's it.
Keeping it fresh.
But yeah, now I haven't been bothering to do that. And yeah, that's it really. That's my prep. Eating lots because I'm doing the 95. What else? Yeah.
What's your weight right now?
Probably around 87, I don't know.
Yeah, you look light.
Yeah. Look light?
Light. You do look a bit light.
I've been doing more cardio probably because of the wrestling. So that's
Tell us about your wrestling. What have you been enjoying? What's been the evolution of your wrestling thus far?
Well, I've just been watching wrestling matches and then trying to copy stuff that I see, watching little clips on Instagram and trying to copy it. And yeah.
Anyone particularly like to watch? Mate?
Just the Russians, random Russians in matches. I like Frank Chamizo. He's very good at defending. You know him?
No, I never heard of him.
Italian guy. He's like the one good Italian wrestler. I don't know. I mean, but he's the one famous one anyway.
Right.
He's very good at defending. And I think he trained in Russia or something like that. Or he's got a Russian trainer, something like that anyway.
2-3 years in Dagestan, forget.
Maybe that was it though. Literally just 3 years in Dagestan and forget.
Fair.
Yeah, someone had to do it to know. And who else? Sidikov. And what's that new guy who won the Olympics? Can't remember. Magomedov or something. anyway,
It's lost on me,
lots
boss.
of guys. And I also like watching the ones that do jiu-jitsu or MMA because they might have a bit more, insight into the more specific game.
Sick.
Yeah.
So your cardio's gotten better since you've been doing more wrestling, you reckon?
Yeah, I would say, well, I noticed a change at least from cardio, from wrestling, the requirements of wrestling compared to jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is like constant muscle engagement and wrestling is more, complete relaxation to moving really fast. Whereas jiu-jitsu might be complete relaxation to tensing. And wrestling is like that as well, but in different ways, that's all.
Would you say it's a bit more dynamic wrestling?
Yeah, exactly. So you end up like moving more without people's body weight.
And when you do expend energy, you expend more than you typically would for jiu-jitsu, would you say?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, no, if you're going full retard in jiu-jitsu or wrestling, it's the same, but wrestling, I guess you're just like, you're not under them or you're not connected to them as much as you are in jiu-jitsu most of the time.
You're forced to make a dynamic entry at some point.
Not
necessarily with hand fighting, boss.
Yeah, with hand fighting, well, you're forced to... No, you don't have to do a dynamic entry. I'm just saying,
shut up.
Most of the time, you're in front of them, you're not carrying their weight, and you're not really grabbing them. You're just faking or you're hand fighting without someone being on top or bottom. Whereas in jiu-jitsu, there's always some connection, basically, unless you're just getting like wrestle fucked from bottom, which is also bad.
Are you still doing much jits at the moment?
I wasn't doing much jits previously. I was doing with like people that ask or people that visit that want to do a raw, I'll do a raw with them. But basically I was just doing wrestling. And sometimes I'd carry on the wrestling if I took them down. Like I'd just start every round standing. Or if I felt like someone just didn't want to wrestle, then I'd just play guard, play top, normal shit. This week I did a bit of guard as well, just to sharpen the sword. And yeah, that was good. And like when I go to seminars as well, I don't just wrestle because people get bored otherwise. Like they ask me
they want to see your jits, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They'll pay for me to do a seminar on shin to shin, and I'll just go there and wrestle. And it's just like, all right, what are you doing?
Schindler's List.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Today in Schindler's List, we're going to cover hand fighting sequences.
Hand fighting escapes.
Let's
Yes.
on that note, let's do a question. Where's the phone?
What have you been working on, Charles?
I
I
beat the fuck out of you just then in that little exchange we just had.
Nah, you would have been killed. If any of mine connected, you'd have been floored.
What are you talking about, mate?
If any connected.
We're getting fucking lit up.
If any connected,
so badly.
you would have died.
What about the ones that mine connected? Nah.
I was holding back.
Got it.
I didn't hit you in the face.
No, that's fair enough.
But if
mate.
I did,
I'd be fucked.
you'd literally be dead, and I'd be stealing equipment.
Fuck yeah. I've been working on skipping jiu-jitsu classes. And
like
no, I've been going.
tough.
I've been going.
Doing pretty well.
What have I been working on? Don't know. I've just been going to class.
Attending class.
I've just been attending class and enjoying myself, boss.
Fair enough.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
Right.
That's all anyone asks.
Right.
It's question time.
What kind of stupid shit you experience in training too often? Go.
Ooh.
Getting scratched.
Yeah, that's not stupid.
It's nasty.
It's evil. Yeah, it's
Malicious.
nasty. Yeah,
Malevolent.
nasty. Malevolent.
Yeah.
Demonic. Honestly, what's the stupidest thing? People maybe just going to the toilet without their shoes, just in barefoot, or
That's
like
retarded. Does Staph.
yeah,
Central.
just walking around barefoot just for a little bit. Yeah, it's just pointless.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the stupidest thing. If I was to give one, without just ranting for a while, maybe I could rant.
Get on one. Come on. What's
What's the stupidest thing people
what really
do?
grinds your gears, mate?
Yeah, but I'd have to start giving examples and stuff like that as well. If I was really ranting, it
Stealing shoes
might
from
get
the
a bit
gym,
nasty.
Yeah, okay. Right.
That was pretty stupid.
Right. Here's a good question. Mate,
Have you learned new skills or techs? Honestly,
Go to class. Attend class.
yeah, attend the classes is a number one prerequisite, and then do the techniques that are given. If you're more interested, you can go and do more research in your own time, and then do your own drilling or positional rounds, if you want to call it that.
I don't know if the audience can see that. We took a momentary break because I had a delivery of gluten-free bread, 10 loaves.
Oh, it's pretty heavy.
10 loaves of gluten-free bread, boss.
Are they a kilo each?
Don't know. It's good bread, though.
Well,
anyway.
10 loaves. Are you going to freeze them?
Yeah, put them in the freezer, mate.
Right. Really good. Honestly. They look delicious.
What is retard strength and why is it a natural gift? I think it's just being, obviously, really strong.
I honestly think a lot of it is from the grip.
Just having good grip strength.
Yeah, just having just being able to switch off and just close your hand full retard like a child.
Yeah, so that's like big palm, strong fingers, thick wrists.
Yeah, and just like, I guess gi grips are good because you fully close your hand, so it's like, you can get used to it. Yeah, whereas in no-gi, you never really squeeze with everything, do you?
Nah, some people just really fucking strong. Don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Some people just have it. And you know when they have it or not.
Yeah, people with massive hands as well. Retard strong usually.
Yeah, that's the good grip, mate.
Yeah. That's it. It must I guess it must be something to do with actually like switching off in your brain and just focusing entirely on the grip.
I think it's to do with like connective tissues, where they sit, how they kind of maybe within the fibers of the muscles. I don't know, man. Some people are just fucking freaks, and you just have it like that.
Maybe just really strong tendons and ligaments. Maybe that's what
strong tendons and ligaments.
Yeah, could be that.
Anatomy, where the muscles sit, ability to hit.
How can you train this?
How can you train retard strength? Just be really strong.
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool. We'll hit this one very quickly. Tips for taking creatine when it upsets your tummy. Is creatine HCl viable? Oh, my little tummy ache. Oh, no.
That's really awful to hear. I'm sorry to everyone out there with tummy aches.
Sometimes it happens to people, small percentage of population. If that's you, try HCl. Just give it a go, boss. I don't know the exact answer because it's going to be subjective to you. But if it is you, then yeah, I do believe actually HCl is meant to be the one that's a bit easier on the tummy. Try it, boss, and then come back to me. If not, then unfortunately, it may not be for you.
Creatine gummies?
Yeah, could be the same deal though.
Attempt the creatine gummies.
Not as effective as the powder, boss.
Is it not?
Marginal, mate. It's marginal.
All right.
Marginally, no, so it's fine.
Take extra?
It's fine.
Yeah, all right.
They're actually showing some studies recently that higher doses of creatine it has really good cognitive effects.
How high?
I believe it was 50 to 80 grams a day. Yeah, high.
A day?
Yeah, so versus 10 grams. I need to check the study, so don't quote me on that. I'm actually going to post it on.
Is it not 5 grams a day?
Well, I've been taking 10 recently. Apparently. Trust me, bro.
Well.
What's up? No, I think there's more studies coming out now that shows a higher dosage can be more effective for results.
Right.
Cognitively and musculatively. Is that a word? Am I saying that correctly? Musculatively?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know actually, to be honest.
Yeah, so I'm going to link the study on that show note there, so you can check that out. So don't quote me on it, but I believe it's a good cognitive enhancer. Something about brain injuries?
I'll double the dose.
Something about brain injuries too, reducing effect of brain injury.
Reducing concussions or something like that. Yeah, love that. And good for Alzheimer's if you're dying of Alzheimer's.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, literally though. Genuinely, literally. So if you're watching this with Alzheimer's, you know what to do.
Genuinely, literally. All right. What the fuck?
A deep dive on
would be
Staph
sick
and
to see a
ringworm.
deep dive, little awareness of it, in my opinion. Go on. You
All
take
right.
the reins, Chief.
Here is my entire Staph guide. And bear in mind, we spent a long time doing medicine in Vietnam and stuff like that. So basically lots of infections. I don't think I've ever had ringworm before.
I have.
Maybe I have, but I don't think so. And staph I've had many times, mostly around the joints, always around the joints. Near to where the skin is thin, I would say. So for staph avoidance, my tips are obviously shower and that after training. Don't shower for too long or too hot. Don't wait too long between training and showering. And general immune system, what's it called? Maintenance. If you get staph and you can like remove the hairs, apparently you should do that. And yeah, get the cream on anything that looks suspicious.
Bactroban, I believe it's called. It's got to be the prescription cream.
Yeah.
Dactacort and Bactroban, I believe.
Dactacort is the cleaning thing, and fusidic acid is the cream that usually treats MRSA. Or there's another one, mupirocin. So yeah.
My skin is pathetic, and every time I train, if I was to train... No, it is. No, don't try and... It's okay.
It's lovely.
No, it's okay.
Seriously.
Every time... See, look at this.
You've got very nice skin. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
If I train in without spats for 1 week, within that week, I'll probably get staph for some reason. Probably because I'm fucking hairy cunt. Although Ozbek's a hairy cunt, he doesn't get it. So, I don't know. I'm on top of my sleep. I'm on top of my... nutrition, blah, 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 and I still manage to get it. So I just wear spats. When I wear spats and shower immediately after training, I will never get staph.
Cream your joints if they are...
Although...
What's it called?
I had ringworm. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, you spotted that like a dawn.
And
I just put Dactacort on it and it went away in 3 days. So basically, if you feel like you're getting a skin infection, you just got to be on it. With the staffy thing, you'll get a red ring around it. Or like a complete red circle around that ingrown.
Yeah.
You've got to pop the ingrown, mate. You've got to fucking get all the pus out before it gets too gnarly. Go to the doctor, get the fucking cream.
Yeah,
basically.
That's it. That's all you should do.
That's enough of that. That's enough deep dive, eh?
People love deep dives.
Are the Dagistanis the best because of technique or physicality? That one's for you, mate.
Technique, probably. Surely.
Yeah, because they all do it from a very young age. So do the Americans. But in Dagestan, from my limited understanding, a lot of them apparently don't go to school. They'll just wrestle all day instead, and that will be like this, almost like schooling system.
Education.
I could be completely wrong on that, but it came from a reputable source.
Damn.
That
just wrestle.
Just when they're kids, a lot of them just they don't go to school as much. They just wrestle. They just do wrestling training. 20, 30, 40 hours a week.
Fair enough.
Wrestling.
When they're young.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
All the way through. And obviously they've just got that generation of, champion, room of fucking killers just passing down all that wealth, right?
Yeah. I wonder. Also, they say that the training's really tough there and people get injured, I guess, so
100%.
Maybe
they've got a big pool of people to select from, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're out, next one's in. You're out, next one's in, right?
I guess you don't play football out there, really, do you? It's just wrestling. It's
too
just cold.
Wrestling. Yeah.
Right. What's the next question? Actually, no. Go on. What's the next? I'll have it. Go on.
Go.
No. What time is it? No. All right. For Owen, what would you inverted and end up in a smashed saddle? I would invert again a little bit.
Wasn't that funny?
That's my advice. I would invert again. Starting lifting and I'm fucked. Can't sit on toilet without my hamstrings screaming. Does mobility increase? What?
Does mobility... Yeah.
He can't sit on the toilet because of the hamstring stretch.
His DOMs are so bad.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, probably look to train your hamstrings twice maybe that week. More frequency. First of all, the classic would be to go to the holistic lifestyle, sleep, nutrition, blah, 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 blah. Also, it sounds like maybe you're doing a bit too much than you can recover from, my friend. So maybe think about reducing the intensity on the hamstring exercises that you do or the leg exercises that you do, so it's a little bit more appropriate. So
mobility.
Yeah, hold on, mate. I'm fucking getting to that.
I'm really sorry, mate.
So if you're feeling absolutely fucked after the gym sessions, yeah, maybe you need to reduce the intensity that you're working at, either for jiu-jitsu or from the weights. But yeah, increasing your mobility, that can be done in the weight session. Again, it comes down to load management. But if you're going way too heavy or too hard, you may find it harder to get into those deep stretch positions under load. So if you just drop a little bit of that weight height, you might be able to find that you can get into those deeper stretch positions with a little bit less intensity to beat you up less. Hopefully that answers the question.
Interesting pronunciation on
weight heights.
Yes. Front hip flexor pain when front squatting / Zercher squatting. No range of motion issues.
Oh no. Yeah, mate. I don't know. Could be, what was it?
Front hip flexor pain when front squat, Zercher squatting.
Yeah.
No ROM issues.
Maybe you need to get a bit more length in the back of the hip. Help get maybe some kickstand hinging. Get a bit more length in the glutes, length in the hammies. That could relieve some of the pressure going on at the front of the hip. You could try stretching the hip flexor as well. Maybe I'll post a little stretch you can do. But I would say probably could be a host of things. Could be the IT band's tight. The TFL is causing a bit of havoc. So if you can get some soft tissue work done on the TFL, you have to look up where that is. Get a massage gun into the TFL. Release that a little bit. Get a bit more length into the glutes and hammies, mate. You can hold that if you want.
All right, then. I'll take the reins, shall I? Thoughts on skipping? I feel like we've answered this. But I have more thoughts on it. What do you what do you think? It's more like a question than a thought. What do you think? Is it worth doing a very high number of light tier plyos? What's the minimum effective dose?
It is just light tier plyos, skipping.
If you do light tier plyos,
you're not really getting full
loads,
contact.
What do you actually get out of it compared to doing deep, like ping tier?
Light tier plyos is like you just get you get that nice ground contact time, so you do get good stimulus to the tendons and ligaments and the musculature around the lower body limbs.
It's low impact.
It's super low impact, but when we're doing plyos, often we're moving in different directions.
Yeah.
So we're going to go off one leg, laterally.
But you can do that skipping as well.
You can for sure do that skipping, and you're just going to do it for longer. Whereas you're not really getting the full foot contact when you skip. You're more into the full foot. So what we like about the full foot contact is you get that whole foot, obviously the whole foot contact.
Should you skip with full foot contact?
No.
Like a trot?
No, it's a bit retarded, isn't it? You wouldn't do it. You'd be too slow.
Yeah.
Too slow. I like skipping. It's great, mate. Haven't done it in ages.
You need a good rope.
You want a good length rope.
Yeah.
You could use the heavy ropes too. Bit of muscle endurance in the shoulders.
Joggers.
I hate that.
Mate, the pain. It's a punishment for doing it wrong as well. Yeah. It's just an instant whipping on the shins, like some. Yeah. Yeah, really painful stuff. But I used to do it a lot.
Skipping? Yeah, it's great. Me too.
On my own. A nighttime skip. It was good. Yeah.
No, it's good. You'll build up some good muscle endurance in the calves and the feet for sure. Great little warm-up.
What do you think about it for cardio?
Hey?
Skipping for cardio.
You can make it fucking hard, right? You start doing double unders and fucking tricks and all that kind of shit. Mike Tyson would do like deep tier plyo.
Yeah, I saw those.
He would literally go into like deep squats and jump in and out of them.
Yeah.
So fair play. I think skipping's great. Obviously, that's why they do it. Like it's been done all throughout combat sports, right? Any kind of Muay Thai fighter or MMA guys.
Wrestling?
I don't think wrestling do much skipping. They do their gymnastic stuff at the start, but they'll do wrestlers will still do plyos. Made a video about it. The old Soviet Union blocks. They still do all their plyos.
Well, yeah, acrobatics. I guess was all counting. But
the strikers would all do skipping. Keeps them light on their feet, doesn't it? It's just light tier plyos. Helps you stay light on the feet because it's just all you're doing is quick ground contact time. Practice quick ground contact time. It's going to help you be more reactive.
I wonder how useful that is for grappling. You're not really bouncing in the same way, but yeah.
No,
kind of like swish along the floor rather than bounce.
Yeah. Well,
a bit different.
We like the deep tier stuff because it's getting you to decelerate into deeper ranges, right?
Yeah.
Where you spend
Love it.
split squat camping, blah, blah, blah.
Guarding.
Yeah.
Gardening.
You've actually got a very good point. I think I want to do some more research on it. Talking about Joey Chen, that, just be able to lift that leg up.
Oh, yeah,
really
lifting
high.
his knee without his...
Because he can lift his leg really high. All of a sudden, you're like, what the fuck is that knee coming from?
Yeah. It's just... And it's without adjusting.
No effort.
Yeah, it's without adjust. It's just simply removing a leg.
Yeah.
As if it were an arm without weight.
Yeah. His leg's stuck and he just goes.
Yeah. He angles off and everything, but basically, if he didn't have...
Great mobility.
I mean, if you don't have the mobility to lift your knee higher than your hip, you can't really take your leg out of stuff and keep pressure. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to do a little what they called ISOs, holding me leg up. It's fucking tiring though.
Yeah. So you get that. Then you can do a bit of banded assist to help get the knee up there.
Yeah.
Somehow tie it so the band's pulling you into that position.
I'm going to message Rolls and Rehab and get him to make something up. I'm pretty sure we did something with that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Really good. Are there any more questions?
Abe's, come on.
Come on then. Get him out. All right. After skipping... Oh, here we go. No, I can't answer questions about my nationality. Do you always recommend cardio on separate days from lifting? If same day, what order?
You go. Tell us about
I will say... Ooh. Cardio second, to be honest. Cardio is less risky, so put that second.
Yeah. Why?
Because there's less danger. If you spaz out on the machine, the worst that could... I guess your leg could slip and it could hit your shin, but... yeah, like, if your leg slips when you're doing weights, then it's way worse, probably. That's my answer. And what's the point of doing weights if you're that tired? Right, for Eoghan, what is the most important detail to focus on when playing RDLR?
You get so many questions about reverse de la Riva.
The most important detail. Just good connection to your partner's leg, I guess. Yeah, that's not even RDLR, mate.
This one.
It's that one.
Yeah. Scoop the underhook, get...
Yeah,
tip
maintain
them over.
constant connection to your partner's legs, where if your legs weren't involved, you have a little bit of connection. That's my tip. All right, can you just do full body compound lifts twice a week and it be enough for grappling?
Yes. Yes, it can.
Fair
Yes,
enough.
it is.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is. That's all you need to do. Even if you're if you're already very strong, if you would just not even if you're already very strong, but if you just get a very really strong squat, a really strong deadlift, a strong bench, a strong pull up, you'd be okay. If you were really, really outrageously strong in only those four lifts, you'd be absolutely fine. And then cherry on top would be adding in some single leg variation and then some isolated arm work.
I have a plyo question. Could you get big legs from doing plyos?
Yeah. Well, if you had starting from scratch,
Yes,
you'd get bigger legs.
Could you not progressively overload it by doing higher and higher depth drops?
Yeah,
so
you
you're
could.
decelerating harder and jumping higher.
And you could put more intensity into it as well. Yeah.
And it all deep tier, so you get, I don't know, so it's less.
It's the deep tier stuff.
More muscly.
Char Metnikus Watson, he put up it wasn't a study, I think it was just saying that deep tier pliers can help maintain a lot. Yeah. A lot. Do you want another bottle? Mm-mm. Can help maintain a lot of strength. That sounds good.
It's fucking nice, man.
Deep tier pliers can help maintain and build a lot of strength, regardless of lifting weights. I've definitely felt
to what
my legs feel
extent?
strong. Well, I mean, they're just a part of until they become easy, right? Until they become significantly easier. Like deep tier pliers now is not the same burn it used to be. For sure, it's hard, but it's like, it's just...
If we killed our legs though, because we always do the same amount, like in a way.
Oh, we could continue to do them more, but it's like, well, how much do we want to fucking fry our legs? You want a whole set?
But I mean, why do we not want to fry it with plyos instead of weights?
Okay, so let's say like, oh, we don't want to. You can don't get me wrong. You can be fucking sore from plyos too. If we did like 4 sets of DT plyos, DT plyos, you'd be sore as fuck. Why would we not do that versus weights? I mean, let's say if we can we don't want to obliterate ourselves. If we can just get a little bit of stimulus from the DT plyos 2 to 3 times per week, that is going to be basically what we're looking for when we do weights for jiu-jitsu is what is the minimal effective dose we can get away with without destroying ourselves.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I guess that's pushing weights. What was the Jake Tura thing about your calf being different if you do plyos compared to heavy weights?
Oh, I don't know.
He did say something about that. He said like if you've got like a long calf muscle or something, then it's better for plyos. It was one or the other, and the other one was better for
lifting weights.
Yeah, for lifting.
Oh
weights.
yeah, short, stocky, really powerful. Long and lean.
Yeah,
very springy.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, both are good for lifting weights because what weights will just make the muscle stronger, right?
But they kind of balance each other.
And they balance each other out. And when you do plyos, you will get stronger, but the tendon and the muscle coordinate better together, which ultimately will just improve like proprioception and you being able to move better through space, right? And ultimately be more powerful.
Yeah.
But
the weights do the opposite, I guess.
No, weights will help with that because it's building general strength.
Yeah.
So you want
they complement each other. They're really good friends, actually.
Because if you're strong, then you have the capacity to move faster.
I hear that. Okay.
If you're so inclined.
Right. That was the answer. Right. Really good. I think there was one more question, but
you're dying to get out.
I don't know if it was just
What's up?
No, it's okay. My thing's at 7:48. To be fair.
What are you freaking out about? You could literally leave at 5:30.
Yeah, and I'd be fine. Yeah,
you'd be fine.
Yeah, nice.
Right? Would I ever introduce a core finisher or a cardio finisher at the end of an S&C session? No,
just Jordan.
No, I wouldn't. Just do exactly.
Core.
Just do your core work during the workout. You can easily superset it in. For sure, you could do a core finisher if you really wanted to. And I just do cardio as standalone sessions, mate. So I've got a bit more energy for them. Hopefully that sorts out.
Hopefully that answers your question. Love that.
What else do we have?
I'm pretty sure I had one set of questions. Let me just see.
I've actually got heaps because I did a question box earlier in the week and I didn't answer a single question.
All right. What is the Dante Leone ankle lock? It's the one that he hit on Mika at ADCC where you trap the toes sideways behind your back. It's also like the Shashinsky Jed lock.
That was
really not. Although actually the Shashinsky Jed lock is different. That was more like a toe hold, given the angle his foot was at. Maybe, but yeah, the Dante one is definitely more shinny. Like you feel like it's a bit like a mix between an esteema and a shin lock, the shin bone. All right, old man jiu-jitsu always look for gum guard. Oh, never mind, that wasn't a question. Sorry. Not convinced Olympic lifting.
I lost my mouth guard in Sydney, mate. Melbourne actually had to buy a new one.
Terrible. Did you have to buy it again?
I did one session without a mouth guard.
And?
It's terrifying. I was like, oh my God.
Do you feel like you get fewer lip injuries from the mouth guard?
I was terrified.
I haven't got my mouth guard. How did you train? Was it just like...
I don't have my mouth
Did you learn a lot that session?
Yeah. I dialed the intensity down.
That was my best session ever. Maybe that's what you need.
I definitely dialed the intensity.
Just have a few have a few exposed teeth.
I've actually
been
listening to the advice
that
yourself and all the other guests recently have been saying about how to get better for jiu-jitsu. Work at a lighter intensity at jiu-jitsu.
So you can think.
And I've been doing it so I can think. When I get the temp to be like, I'm like,
I've got to go.
Unless I'm going with someone like little Stefan yesterday. I fucked him up because I wanted to.
Cooking.
Yeah, but I made a silly mistake. Even when I was in top mount, I was like, I'm just going to sit here for 5 minutes and cook the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm going to go for an S mount and try and sub him from S mount.
Yeah.
went to S mount, fumbled the armbar,
Yeah.
and then I had to get off and
I
get
don't
mount
know.
again.
Might be worth fumbling the armbar if you get back there again.
Yeah.
It's all worth
It's all part of it.
I noticed when you play guard, you have your knees far away from your chest.
My guard is shit, mate.
You play guard as a set with your legs far away to kick effectively first. It is, I guess, more of an MMA guard, how you play guard. Maybe if you just curled up in a ball more. You ever consider that?
I need help.
You just literally just hold
No,
your
like,
shins and
I
pull them
seriously
into
need
your...
help. Like my mount defense is excellent now because my guard is so bad. Honestly. But I feel way more if someone gets mount on me, I'm chilling there now. Like it's a good defense.
Often you'll actually off balance people well, but you engage with you pummel your legs from too far away.
Right.
So you get your legs in, but they're kind of far away, and then they spin out. And most of the time, you get to top or get their back, but sometimes they just wriggle out. I reckon if you pulled your knee to your chest, you'd get them more often than not.
Right.
From guard.
I'm trying to hunt bear traps. I love
fair
bear
enough.
traps, mate.
Yeah, it makes sense. Long legs.
Yeah.
You can get people from quite far away. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on bear traps, mate, and wrestling up a little bit lower back, mate. Doesn't like the wrestle up too much.
Yeah,
I actually want to
often.
start working on on wrestling with you as well.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, you
Really
inspired
enjoyable
me.
hand
You actually
fighting.
inspired me so much.
Great. I'm really happy to hear that,
No,
mate.
I'm joking.
I like it. Feels like different cardio. That's all I'll say on the subject further. Oh, is there more?
There's actually heaps if you flick through those pages. They're all S&C
If you're
questions.
not budget,
Go
anything
for
wrong with doing pliers? What is the best? What the difference in you and bulletproof? Best grip strength exercises for judo. Just holding a
Penis.
with a gi wrapped around it. And
Did you like doing judo?
yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I quite liked it.
Did you get your black belt?
No, I got to green belt.
Oh, fuck.
I was too young
fake,
for black belt, and I don't think they would have given it to me anyway. So I was a child.
Is green belt below black belt? No.
Yeah,
it is.
in the traditional one, yeah, in the
okay.
traditional judo,
Right.
yeah, it is.
Nice. Should have gone, mate. You just say a black belt.
Maybe I should still do it. Apparently it's much quicker now.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. All right, I find myself struggling to breathe when grappling. What could I do to prevent that?
Go lighter, boss. What do you think?
If he's like a fresh white belt, it could be that he's still like tensing all the time as he grapples. And I remember my diaphragm being weaker as well when I first started grappling. Like someone would go to knee
You're
or
a
belly,
puny little cunt, though.
and I couldn't really actually push my belly out enough to breathe. And then eventually realize you can push your belly out enough to breathe.
Yeah.
Once you realize.
Look at that little Muay Thai exchange that we had earlier, though. How it was like cardio because we're both fairly inefficient. Well, speak for yourself, actually.
I was
like,
alright actually.
No, you weren't, mate. You were
Cardio-wise,
gassing.
I was fine. No,
you were gassing, mate.
No, I was pushing.
You were gassing.
I was pushing out. I was barely getting warm.
You were gassing, mate. Efficiency in them.
A lot of these just ridiculous. All right, thoughts on eco approach to. All right, what it's like at New Wave? Who's the toughest round?
Oh,
Why
this
are
was
we
for-
being
thi-
asked?
this was for the crispy one, right? I didn't actually do that podcast. We didn't have time.
He'd have loved it.
Crispy would have loved this. Well, actually, New Wave. Don't know, I haven't mentioned New Wave.
We can't. Yeah, we don't know.
No, we
didn't know
don't.
that.
Right. When you want to come to Australia, mate? Someone says, when do you bring the boys to Sydney, Charlie?
As soon as someone sponsors me a flat lie down bed. Seriously though,
I would love to take you in a flat lie down bed. You could
Whoa,
you could sit
up
next
the
to each other.
Shard?
No.
Just on the
plane. Emirates business class.
It's even higher up.
That would be a fun trip with you, to be fair.
Australia.
Emirates Bizzo class.
Australia.
You'd love it, mate.
Although I'd hate the 24-hour flight.
You wouldn't in Emirates business class, mate. You'd be fine.
They have.
Huh?
Do they have, complimentary?
Complimentary marijuana.
Yeah. Do they do that yet? No.
No,
They do
don't.
beheadings.
Yeah, they do beheadings for that, mate.
Yeah. I guess, where do they actually do that?
What?
Philippines, isn't it?
Beheadings.
Yeah. Is it the Philippines?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
damn.
is it beheadings? It's like they just hate drug dealers, right?
I think you die, though. Maybe not beheadings, though. Yeah, true that. It wouldn't be a beheading in this day and age.
No.
But somewhere that you die,
It
you get
ain't-
like
it
a
ain't good.
full life term.
It ain't good punishment, though.
Nope.
It ain't good punishment, which whatever punishment ever is.
I was wondering why there were so many crispy questions, and I realized it's the
wa-
crispy podcast.
Yeah. All right. Here's a decent one. Lifting belts, when and why? Lifting belt is just it gives you a bit of feedback in the abs, in the core when you're lifting. It can help you keep your core a little bit more engaged. So it could be useful for anyone, mate. You would typically use it when doing a heavy squat or heavy deadlift. Is it necessary for us jiu-jitsu folk? No. If you're really strong, yes, it could be very useful. It could be useful at all levels because it's going to help you get a bit of feedback from engaging your abs and bracing. That's it. Should we just finish it up there?
Probably like a feeling thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's feedback, innit?
Yeah. Maybe it does offer some actual support.
No, it does. It can actually help you lift a little bit better.
Yeah,
because it helps you keep that.
Isn't compression around the joints good as well when you lift? Like, you know, when they wear like really tight things around their knees.
I think it helps them
lift.
get some a little bit more bounce, right?
Stronger ligaments as well after using them, apparently.
Really?
Like if you wrap your knees really tight and you do powerlifting, and then you finish, you'll have more ligament like change.
Strength.
Yeah,
Is that where?
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Where's that come from? You fucking
I don't know.
slimy little.
Just a fact
prick.
I remember. Someone fact check me. I have been a doctor for a long time.
Yeah, you would
So
usually forget that.
I wouldn't. Yeah, it's not something I'd forget lightly.
No, you wouldn't. All right. What do you think about cold plunge, sauna for recovery? How to do it? How often? Just forget about it, mate.
Sauna, cold plunge.
Yeah.
Sauna's good for you.
Love a sauna.
Definitely, surely.
Sauna's actually really good for you.
17% reduction in all mortality from someone who uses the sauna. I can't remember how long per week compared to another smaller amount.
Yeah, Rhonda Patrick said that.
Is that fact?
I don't know if 17%, but there is a percentage that is fact for that decrease in because of the heat shock proteins.
Yeah, but it wasn't against non-sauna users. It was against other sauna users.
Yeah.
Imagine against non-sauna users. They'd be just dead in the water. I don't even use the sauna, but I'm saving it as a treat. I'm going to build it up later, I guess.
Right. All right. Let's last one. How to humiliate a larger training partner. Any specific moves?
Crossface.
Yep.
Yeah, crossface submission. They've got big shoulders as well, so they usually tap a bit quicker to it, actually. And they always dig an underhook. They always allow the crossface.
You've never got me with the crossface submission.
Have they not?
Nope.
Yeah, you don't underhook, though.
I'm not a silly little twerp like
No, you don't underhook.
I'm not a silly little twerp.
Although one day, maybe,
No.
I would love to.
No, you wouldn't get down me. You could definitely get on me. But
It's good because it's a creeper, because people don't realize it's happening.
I know it's happening when I'm training with you. You can see. I can
obviously,
see it from a fucking mile away.
No, but people that
Don't
are
know.
good, who are like, "Oh, I've got the underhook. I'm going to blast out when they try to move or wrestle up." You can get the full submission on them. People still think they're safe, and then like 2 seconds later, when they just try to move and they realize they're trapped, they're like, "Oh fuck, this is actually on."
This is submission. Yeah.
And then they're figuring it out in their head which way to go whilst they're getting choked. So it's probably even slower. And then by the time they've figured it out and they start going, then I'll just start squeezing full retard. And then they can't move. So save the full retard squeeze for when they start to realize it's on. And then I'll just be like, yeah, it's just, yeah.
Hit it in competition this weekend.
I would
and
love
then we'll
to.
do a technique tip on it. That'll be fucking
Obviously,
sick.
I'd love to, but realistically, yeah.
Tough and good
Tough,
level.
yeah, even tough to pass the guard. But I mean, I do get it a lot. I do have a good feel for it, especially on my left side. I got that fucking horrible shoulder right in the fucking head. Yeah.
Is it near the pain? No,
it's similar actually. I get what you mean.
Near
Yeah,
near the
similar
penis.
to the shaft, I guess. The neck. Thanks, guys, for listening to my TED talk.
All right, guys. Let's wrap it up, Chief.
Fuck, man. It's going to be so good to go to
Doncaster with you.
Paris. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Doncaster.
Doncaster.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to hanging out with you for a weekend. Are you
Mate,
staying overnight?
big night out in Doncaster,
Yeah,
right?
let's do it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, apparently there's nowhere. Freddie sent me some options, and he said one of them was on Google, and it said it had a mix of characters or something like that in the pub.
Oh my God.
And that was basically the only description that they could give. Mix of characters.
He won't even come. I guarantee he won't even come.
I mean, I was thinking everyone cram in Crispy's car. We fly back Saturday night, maybe a couple drinks before, so we drive quicker, and then we get back to London and continue in Euston.
That would be the worst idea ever. It's like a 4-hour drive. Mate.
Is it 4?
Yeah, it's 4 hours. The buzz would be over in half an hour.
But 2 hours in, we'd be there, speeding.
Guys, remember, like, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify. So
Please
good to have you back,
drunk
man.
drive, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.